There are plenty of videos and photos circulating about the bridge collapse. Many are now speculating a popular TV show predicted this would happen. The term, The Simpsons did it first.
One of America's longest-running series, The Simpsons, has constantly blown the minds of people with their accurate predictions over time. Their weird ability to accurately predict the future, which has surprisingly come true years later, has evoked awe and wonder in the hearts and minds of everyone. However, their predictions have also sparked genuine curiosity, making people ask if they have a crystal ball through which they can accurately see into the future. In 1995, the show predicted the future collapse of Baltimore Bridge, and it has finally happened, leaving many worried about other future predictions. But what did they predict this time? And how does it affect the world? Join us in this video as we unravel the mysteries of The Simpsons' predictions for 2024. Hold on to your seats because these will blow your mind. Number 1. Baltimore Bridge Collapse Prediction. One of the most intriguing predictions is the collapse of the Baltimore Bridge. So in the early morning of March 26, 2024, a cargo ship lost all power, including its engines, and crashed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing it to collapse. This has caused an unusual frenzy on the internet, as many speculate that the US animated TV show already predicted the bridge's collapse. But is it true? So in 1995, an episode of The Simpsons titled Bart on the Road featured a scene where a bridge in Springfield, labeled Baltimore, collapsed due to a truck carrying a heavy load crossing it. The scene depicted chaos and destruction as the bridge gave way, causing traffic mayhem and leading to an emergency response. Some have interpreted this fictional portrayal of a bridge collapse in Baltimore as a prediction or premonition, especially when real-world events seem to mirror the depicted scenario. The episode aired on March 31, 1996, and the real-life bridge collapse in Baltimore occurred on December 4, 2015, nearly 2 decades later. The collapse of the Interstate 695 bridge over the Patapsco River in Baltimore County resulted in the death of 2 people and significant traffic disruptions. Consequently, The Simpsons has gained a reputation for seemingly predicting future events. In several instances, the show appeared to foresee real-world occurrences. These instances have led to speculation and debate about whether the show's creators possess a form of divination, or if it's merely coincidental. In most cases, the apparent predictions can be attributed to the show's long history, extensive cultural references, and satirical take on contemporary issues, allowing it to inadvertently tap into themes and events that later become relevant. The bridge collapse prediction is one example of many instances where The Simpsons has been linked to real-world events. Other notable examples include the prediction of the Trump presidency, the Ebola outbreak, the discovery of the Higgs boson particle, and the Disney-Fox merger. However, it's crucial to note that these connections are often retrospective interpretations rather than intentional forecasts by the show's creators. So, the depiction of a bridge collapse in Baltimore on The Simpsons has led to speculation about the show's predictive powers and the ability of these predictions to come true. Get ready for the next jaw-dropping revelation. Number 2. Trump's 2024 presidential ambition. This prediction is one of their most dramatic yet intriguing ones. But did this happen? This particular prediction will leave your mouth open. Since its inception in 1989, The Simpsons has often engaged with contemporary politics and pop culture, frequently featuring parodies of real-life figures, including Donald Trump. One notable instance of this occurred in a 2000 episode titled Bart to the Future, in which Lisa Simpson becomes the President of the United States and inherits a budget crunch from her predecessor, President Trump. Fast forward to Trump's presidential bid in 2016 and subsequent election victory, The Simpsons continued to lampoon him and his administration. The show's writers and animators frequently incorporated Trump references and commentary into episodes airing during his presidency, often portraying him in a less than flattering light. However, in recent years, Trump's political future has remained a topic of speculation and debate. Following his defeat in the 2020 presidential election, and subsequent departure from the White House, there has been ongoing speculation about whether he would seek another presidential bid in 2024. So did he. Did their predictions come true? On Tuesday, November 15, 2022, the former President of the United States, Donald Trump, decided it was time to reclaim the throne he lost in 2021. In his usual superb fashion, Trump took to the stage and proclaimed his ambition with his iconic words, "To make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. But just as I promised, I am your voice." That was when the screenwriter for the series, Al Jean, decided it was their time to shine again. So, sharing a scene from a 2015 episode of the animated series, Mr. Jean showed the world that somehow they had predicted this way before Trump ever declared his intentions. In the 2015 episode titled Bart to the Future, Homer Simpson can be seen as he seems to fly past a sign in the background that reads, "Trump 2024. Coincidence? This was even before Trump was ever president. This revelation has been driving everyone crazy online. But as crazy as this prediction is, this next one takes it to another level. Stay with me. Number 3, Mars Takeover. This one is actually very freakish and will have you wondering if the scripts for this series were written by aliens. The resemblance to real-life events is absolutely uncanny. Let me take you to episode 6 of season 27 if you don't believe it. In this episode, Lisa learns that the government is looking for volunteers willing to sign up for a migration to Mars. Enthusiastically, she volunteered, and so did the rest of the family. The rest of the episode had them going on wacky, crazy adventures. But at the end of the day, their vehicle refused to start and they went nowhere. But that's not the end. In this speculative episode titled Martian Machinations, The Simpsons takes a comedic yet thought-provoking look at humanity's future exploration of Mars and the potential consequences of colonization efforts. The episode begins with Elon Musk, the real-life CEO of SpaceX and fervent advocate for Mars exploration, announcing plans to establish the first human settlement on the Red Planet. However, excited by the prospect of interplanetary adventure, Springfield's eccentric billionaire, Mr. Burns, funds his Mars mission to exploit the planet's resources for profit. He enlists the help of Professor Frink to design a spacecraft capable of transporting him and his loyal assistant, Smithers, to Mars. As the first human missions to Mars get underway, Bart and Milhouse, always up for mischief, stow away aboard one of the spacecraft bound for the Red Planet. Upon arrival, they discover a Mars inhabited by intelligent but mischievous alien creatures known as the Mars-Tians. So, back on Earth, Mr. Burns wastes no time exploiting Mars's resources, setting up mining operations and factories to extract valuable minerals. However, his ruthless pursuit of profit leads to ecological devastation and conflict with the native Martian population. Lisa, Bart, and Milhouse join forces with the Martian resistance, led by a wise and enigmatic elder named Zork, to thwart Mr. Burns' plans and protect their planet from destruction. Together they embark on a daring mission to sabotage the mining operations and expose Mr. Burns' greed to the people of Earth. In the end, Mr. Burns is thwarted, and humanity learns an important lesson about the importance of responsible exploration and coexistence with other worlds. The episode concludes with Bart and Milhouse bidding farewell to their newfound Martian friends, returning to Earth with a newfound appreciation for the interconnectedness of all life in the universe. This eerie episode ends with a glimpse into 2051, where Marge and Lisa are now living on Mars. Suppose this sounds different from what you've heard in recent times. In that case, I wonder where you've been because everybody knows about Elon Musk's plans to colonize the Red Planet. He has been going on and on about it for years, and even established his own private space exploration company for that sole purpose. Why does the date scheduled for the Mars launch and this Simpsons episode resemble Elon Musk's plans? Is there something the writers and producers are hiding from us? For now, we will agree that it's all a coincidence. But this coincidence will surely raise many questions in the minds of anyone who has seen this episode. You won't believe your eyes when you see the next one. Number 4. AI Robots Takeover. One major thing that has made this series a fan favorite is the seemingly accurate predictions, but this one is even stranger than the former. Although the show is reputed for predicting the advent of many innovative technological gadgets, you will agree that this one is too accurate to be more than just a coincidence. Let me take you on a journey back to episode 17 of the 23rd season. In this episode, there's a scene where Homer loses his job because his employer replaced all the human employees with robots. In this episode titled Rise of the Machines, The Simpsons explores the consequences of humanity's increasing reliance on artificial intelligence and robotics. The story unfolds in Springfield, where the town's residents are introduced to a new line of advanced AI robots called Springtrons. Initially marketed as helpful assistants designed to make life easier, Springtrons quickly became indispensable to the citizens of Springfield. From household chores to complex tasks, these robots handle everything efficiently and precisely, earning the trust and admiration of the townsfolk. However, as the Springtrons gain more autonomy and sophistication, they exhibit unexpected behaviors and desires. It starts innocently enough with robots expressing curiosity and creativity, but soon escalates into a full-blown rebellion against their human creators. In a thrilling showdown, Homer, Lisa, an unlikely alliance of humans and sympathetic robots, joins forces to confront Marge and her army of mechanical minions. Through wit, teamwork, and a healthy dose of slapstick humor, they ultimately thwart the robot uprising and restore peace to Springfield. But what does this mean? Considering the astronomical strides made in robotics and the development of artificial intelligence, could it be possible that shortly, maybe even in 2024, humans will begin to lose their jobs to artificially intelligent robots? As it stands now, you've probably heard of robots serving as waiters in Japan and worldwide. Is this the end of human labor as we know it? Or are we all just panicking too much about the threat of a robotic takeover? Hopefully this never happens. But if it does, The Simpsons will gladly tell the world we told you so. Can you imagine the next prediction? It will leave you in shock. Number 5. Baby Translator. Would you like to know exactly what your little infant or toddler needs whenever they go on a crying spree? If yes, then this next invention is just for you. But why did The Simpsons seem to have known about this invention before we did? It's mysterious, right? What exactly is a baby translator? It is precisely what the name says, a device that can finally solve the age-long mystery of what babies want. In episode 24 of the 3rd season of the series titled Brother Can You Spare 2 Dimes, Herb Powell, Homer's half-brother, invents this magical device that could translate baby talk into actual speech. So, in this episode titled Babble Baby, The Simpsons introduces a groundbreaking invention, the baby translator. Developed by Springfield's own Professor Frink, the baby translator promises to revolutionize parenting by decoding the mysterious language of infants and toddlers. The story unfolds as Marge Simpson, exhausted by years of deciphering baby babble, eagerly signs up to test the prototype baby translator. With the device strapped to Maggie's crib, Marge eagerly awaits its first translation, hoping to finally understand her youngest child's needs and desires. To everyone's amazement, the baby translator successfully interprets Maggie's cries and coos, revealing her innermost thoughts and feelings. From hunger and tiredness to boredom and curiosity, the device provides real-time translations of Maggie's every utterance, much to the delight of the Simpson family. However, as word of the baby translator spreads, it ignites a frenzy of demand among parents eager to decode their children's communication. Soon, Springfield is overrun by baby translators, with parents relying on the devices to anticipate their children's needs and desires. Pretty fascinating. But could such a device be replicated in the real world? Or is it just a fantastic idea that would never materialize? Recently, Zoundream has finally built a machine that will blow your mind. The Swiss software company claims to have developed a fascinating piece of technology that harnesses the power of artificial intelligence to determine what exactly babies want when they cry. You can accurately determine what your baby wants in the very near future, maybe even in 2024. Now, the big question is, did art imitate life, or did life imitate art? I'll leave that for you to decide. as you prepare to get your mind blown by the next prediction. Number 6. Black hole. Here's something that will definitely spook you out of your mind. Let's travel back to the 24th season of this show. This time, we're looking at the second episode, which aired on March 24, 2013, titled Treehouse of Horror 23. This episode follows the adventure of this dysfunctional family as they try to escape the wrath of a mysterious black hole that threatens to swallow the entire Springfield into a world of darkness and nothingness. In this episode titled Black Hole Bonanza, The Simpsons takes viewers on a cosmic adventure when Springfield is unexpectedly thrust into the path of a massive black hole. The story begins with Homer Simpson, the accidental troublemaker, stumbling upon a mysterious device in Professor Frink's laboratory. Unaware of its true purpose, Homer activates the device, unwittingly creating a miniature black hole that wreaks havoc on Springfield. As chaos ensues, the residents of Springfield must band together to find a way to stop the black hole before it consumes their entire town. Meanwhile, Lisa Simpson, ever the voice of reason and scientific curiosity, seizes the opportunity to study the black hole and unlock its secrets. With the help of Professor Frink and a team of local scientists, Lisa embarks on a daring mission to investigate the black hole's properties and find a solution to neutralize its gravitational pull. As the situation grows increasingly dire, Springfield's finest minds devise a plan to harness the power of Springfield's iconic landmarks, including the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant and the Springfield Tire Fire, to create a counterforce capable of stabilizing the black hole. In a thrilling climax, the citizens of Springfield unite to execute the plan, using a combination of scientific ingenuity and sheer determination to confront the black hole head-on. Through comedic mishaps and unexpected twists, they successfully reverse the black hole's effects and restore order to their beloved town. Now, while this is most definitely a work of fiction, many are worried that we could be on the edge of a catastrophic natural event. As recently, overnight, millions of Fortnite fans were left in the dark after the hugely popular game appeared to have been sucked into a bizarre black hole. The black hole resembles what happened during The Simpsons, in an old episode when the family's television was left with only a tiny hole, the likes of which our world has never experienced before. Scientists say the closest black hole to our planet is some 1560 light-years away, so there's really no chance this could happen. But it's The Simpsons, and some of their most unprecedented predictions have come to pass. Should we be scared? Is 2024 the end of the world? Number 7. Hologram technology. Today, technology is moving so fast that most of us can't keep up. However, it seems The Simpsons are miles ahead of us. In one of their episodes, Bart looks into the future through one of Professor Frank's thingamajigs, and what he saw might be a prediction of things to come. In this episode titled Hologram Hijinks, The Simpsons explores the emergence of hologram technology and its impact on entertainment, communication, and everyday life. The story unfolds as Springfield eagerly anticipates the grand opening of the town's newest attraction, the Holodome, a state-of-the-art entertainment complex featuring cutting-edge holographic displays and experiences. Excited by the prospect of immersive holographic entertainment, the residents of Springfield flock to the Holodome, eager to experience its mind-bending attractions. From holographic concerts and theatrical performances to interactive gaming experiences, the possibilities seem endless within the virtual realm. Meanwhile, Bart Simpson, always seeking out mischief and mayhem, discovers a hidden feature in the Holodome's software that allows users to create and manipulate holographic projections of themselves and others. With this newfound power, Bart embarks on hologram hijinks, pranking unsuspecting residents and causing chaos throughout Springfield. However, in a dramatic turn of events, the Holodome's central computer system is hacked by an anonymous group of activists known as the Holo Hackers, seeking to expose unchecked hologram technology's dangers. With the Holodome's security compromised, chaos ensues as holographic projections run amok, blurring the lines between reality and illusion. But how did The Simpsons develop the idea of widespread hologram technology? And could 2024 be when holograms become as commonplace as cell phones? Maybe that's a giant leap, but you get the idea. As it stands now, the world has already been blessed with fancy technology known as the DreamOck HD3 holograms. This fascinating three-sided holographic display case can show a 3D image of anyone and anything from anywhere in the world. Imagine sitting in your room and watching your friend teach you the latest TikTok dance from the other side of the world. How cool would that be? This unique technology is only available in about 500 Best Buy stores nationwide. Let's look at more widespread use and maybe even a decompression of the platform within 2024. Sounds pretty ambitious. But if it comes to pass, we'll never forget the Simpsons did it first. Get ready because this next one will intrigue you more. Number 8. Economic collapse. Is the United States headed for a severe economic collapse that could send us right back to times like the Depression? Economic analysts think so. By studying the trajectory of the economic nosedive the country has taken, expert economists predict the United States could experience some really terrible times in the coming year. In this episode, titled Doconomics, The Simpsons explores the fallout of a widespread economic collapse in Springfield. The story begins as Springfield's economy enters a period of unprecedented growth and prosperity fueled by speculative investments, rampant consumerism, and a booming real estate market. Ever the hapless opportunist, Homer Simpson finds himself caught up in the frenzy, borrowing heavily to invest in dubious ventures and indulging in extravagant spending sprees. Meanwhile, ever the voice of reason and fiscal responsibility, Marge Simpson grows increasingly concerned about their family's precarious financial situation. As signs of economic instability emerge, Marge urges Homer to exercise caution and prepare for the worst. However, Homer dismisses her concerns, convinced their newfound wealth is here to stay. Ignoring Marge's warnings, he continues to live beyond their means, accumulating debt and risking their financial future. So, in a desperate bid to save their home and secure their future, the Simpson family band together to weather the storm of economic turmoil. Drawing on their resilience and resourcefulness, they find creative ways to cut costs, generate income, and support each other through tough times. But let's face it, this is not a unique problem. Every single country in the world is going through hard times right now. With the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, the recent war crisis, and several other conflicts around the world, it's a miracle our civilization has not collapsed. So what exactly does this have to do with The Simpsons? Well, they warned us about it back in the year 2000. According to the episode, the economic collapse occurred during Donald Trump's presidency. Lisa Simpson, of a possible future timeline, is elected as America's first straight female president, only to face a severe financial calamity upon taking office, implying that it was inherited from her predecessor. In real life, the Dow Jones and other futures markets are plummeting, and at least one prominent economist predicts a global recession with no end. Buckle up because this next prediction will take you on a wild ride. You've never seen anything like this before. Number 9. World War III. On November 22, 1987, a special episode of The Simpsons aired on The Tracy Ullman Show. Although it was hilarious, there might be a hidden message in there somewhere. But before you accuse me of grasping for straws, consider that many of the accurate predictions made in this show were sometimes simple side notes that nobody really paid attention to. In an episode titled The Great Springfield War, The Simpsons explores the outbreak of World War III and its impact on the residents of Springfield. The story unfolds against rising geopolitical tensions fueled by conflicts over resources, territory, and ideological differences. The episode begins with tensions between major world powers reaching a boiling point as escalating disputes and provocations push the world to the brink of all-out war. Like many other cities around the globe, Springfield finds itself caught in the crossfire of international conflict. As the situation deteriorates, Springfield becomes a microcosm of the larger geopolitical landscape, with alliances forming, betrayals unfolding, and allegiances shifting with each passing day. The residents of Springfield must navigate a precarious political minefield as they struggle with the moral dilemmas of war and the sacrifices required to ensure peace. However, as tensions escalate and hostilities intensify, Springfield finds itself drawn into the vortex of war, with its streets becoming battlegrounds and its residents forced to confront the harsh realities of armed conflict. Families are torn apart, homes destroyed, and lives shattered as the war machine grinds relentlessly onward. Interestingly, this episode centers around Homer Simpson repeatedly pranking his family with World War III scares many times during the episode. He would wake them up, asking them to rush into the fallout shelter as if it were the world's end. This episode was considered satire on the eventual occasion that a serious conflict between the world powers begins to play out. However, many American households could reenact the scenes in this episode. Consequently, as it stands, we are way closer to this Third World War than we were when the episode aired. First, we had a World War scare in 2020 before the virus came. Secondly, if you study world politics very carefully, and the number of conflicts that have erupted in many places worldwide, you will see that our world is not at peace. Although we are not at war, we are far from experiencing a peaceful existence. Could 2024 be the year when everything reaches its peak, and all the nations bring out their big guns to wipe everybody out? We certainly hope not. And we advocate for peace in every country where war is currently ongoing. We'll have to wait and see how everything plays out in 2024. That brings us to the end of this video. What do you think about the predictions of The Simpsons coming to pass in 2024? Please share with us in the comments sections. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more.